Hey guys, Dan here. This is Dan Reviews It. Welcome to my spoiler-free review for the new Hugh Jackman film, Reminiscence. You can see it in theaters now or check it out on HBO Max for free for the first few weeks of release. And this is Jackman's first live-action performance in a major motion picture since The Greatest Showman in 2017. Since then, he did, a couple of cameos in some Marvel things. He did a movie on HBO called Bad Education. He voiced the lead character in The Missing Link. And he did have a starring role as Gary Hart in The Frontrunner, but that was a very limited release movie. So this is his first, really big movie in about 4 years. And before we get into the specifics of the film, I want to welcome you to Dan Reviews It. If you are new around here, if you just stumbled across this video, welcome on in. Appreciate you finding this video and clicking on it. Please consider subscribing down below or hitting that like button or commenting about this film down in the comment section. Let's get into the nuts and bolts of Reminiscence. So this is not too distantly in the future, but there's all these daytime temperatures have risen due to assumingly global warming. So most people are out and about at nighttime. And so Jackman plays this dude, Nick Bannister, and he operates this machine that allows people to relive specific memories in their lives. And he does that with his friend Emily Watts Sanders, who is played here by Thandie Newton. And basically, this machine uses people's memories to, in some cases, something minute as where did I lose my keys, and in other things, very, very deep into the recesses of their memory. So he actually uses this machine in an attempt to find his missing love, who is played here by Rebecca Hall. So this movie is listed sort of as a sci-fi thriller, but there's a lot of noir elements, neo-noir elements to it. Certainly the Jackman voiceovers that permeate this film are part of that. But just sort of the style and the dark nature of the scenes and that kind of thing. It's very, very neo-noir in the same vein as, like Sin City or something like that. But this thing has so many plots, it's really hard to keep them all straight. Now, on the surface, this kind of seems like an Inception sort of take, because, Inception, it's going through your dreams. Here, it's going through your actual memories. But a lot of the same sort of plot devices are used, and this movie just falls under the weight of them, whereas, Inception, I haven't seen it in about 10 years. I liked it at the time. I know people have mixed feelings now about Inception, but I really liked it at the time. And even though it was hard to follow, you still felt like, because of Christopher Nolan's sort of techniques, you sort of felt like, okay, well, I kind of get what's going on here, but the truth of the matter is, this is just a mess. They add so many side plots that don't necessarily go anywhere, and they add all these characters in that you sort of know what their business is, but not quite, and some of it is revealed in time. There is a mystery element to this whole romance as well, but I didn't find it that romantic, nor really that mysterious, because I just lacked care for these characters. And on top of that, the dialogue is pretty bad. There's just a lot of really clunky sentences and things that at some point I was like, is this going for like a serious tone, or is this really like leaning into the camp factor? Because it seems like it's being very, very sincere in its approach, but it came across to me as like pretty campy. So a few positives I can say about this movie is that Jackman's chemistry with Thandie Newton is, legit. I've seen her in several things. I feel like I know the name more than anything else, just because, Tandy, whatever you call her, is such an odd first name that I feel like I've heard the name more than I necessarily can identify, okay, this is, her from this thing. But Hugh Jackman seems a little bit off here when he's on his own. When he's with her, I think it works. When he goes off and is doing his own things, or trying to get with Rebecca Hall, or meeting with, the villains of the movie, or doing his voiceovers, he just seemed like his heart just was not into it. And I'm not sure I've seen that before from Hugh Jackman. He seems to put himself 100% into everything he does. And so I'm not sure if maybe he was also a little bit confused as to what the script was having him do, or, this is sort of a new genre for him too. He's never done really a noir before, so maybe he was just a little off because he wasn't sure how to best portray the character or something. But it just seemed a bit off in that regard too. So I will say that the general, the overall plot of the whole memory machine and that kind of thing, and even the part where he's sort of using that to find his lost love, I was okay with that. I was engaged sort of in that part. I can't ever say I was fully invested in this movie, but I was okay with a lot of those, plot schematics, but then it just went off into so many different directions. It was hard to keep track, and hard to care, really, by the end of it. So, look, we don't need to belabor the point. I think we can make this one a pretty short and sweet review. I'm going to leave Reminiscence with a D+. If you are curious about it, like I said, you can see it in theaters, but you can also check it out on HBO Max for the first month or so for free if you are a subscriber to HBO Max. That's going to do it. We have a lot more videos, hopefully, to get to over the next few weeks. Like I said up front, if you are not a subscriber to Dan Reviews It, definitely think about subscribing. And we'll see everybody next time on Dan Reviews It. Bye.